Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're seeing me from today. I'm your girl, Kitchen, and this is our community, your community, Rise Again Network, a community where we uplift women, a community where we use our story, real life story of women who are rebuilding their lives from zero, starting life again, starting businesses again, women who are living abusive homes and marriages, toxic relationship, women who are redefining their self, women who are choosing value over what society defined for them, women who are choosing the real value they know they deserve over what society has set for them. This is our community. We are building it with integrity, with sincerity. We are building it with heart and with the belief that every woman deserves to be uplifted, to be supported, and that when we come together as a community, we can uplift each other. And for that reason, this is why Rise Again Network exists, to uplift, to mentor, to inspire, and to help women rebuild and to help women stand again, a step at a time, one woman at a time, one story at a time, one journey at a time. The movement is picking up, the community is picking up, and some women are sending their true life stories, their experiences, and I will be reading these stories to you, hoping that you put them into practice, hoping that it inspires, it helps you to rebuild, to stand, to know that your journey is not just peculiar to you. There are women who have walked similar paths, who have lived through that particular phase that you're in now. And if they can make it to the other end, that you too, you can crawl out of your own rock bottom, out of your own darkest pits. So this is why Rise Again Network exists for you, for me, for the girl child, for the woman, and together we are all building this beautiful community. So I'll be reading this story. This is a story a lady sent to Rise Again Network via our official email. It is in the bio. You can check our TikTok page. You will see the email if you want to send us your story. Check our TikTok by our YouTube bio. You also see the email if you want to send us your story. And we'll be telling this story in your voice, but we'll keep you private. We'll keep your name, your identity private, except you tell us to put it out there. Except you tell us to, let the world know that it is you. Outside that, we are respecting your privacy. We are keeping you anonymous, and we will tell the story in your own voice. And we also hope and pray that the reason for sharing this story is that another woman, another mother, another girl child will come across it and pick up the lesson from it and use it to redefine their life, to reshape their life, to rebuild their life, and to know that whatever phase or whatever thing they are dealing with right there, that some other women have gone through it, and today their life is a testimony different from what they ever imagined or what the world imagined for them. So please listen as I read this story. This is a very touching and emotional story. Stay with me. When I was 16, this is a story. When I was 16, I found out I was pregnant. I remember sitting on my bed, staring at the test and wondering how life had changed in one moment. So sad. I was terrified. I was afraid. Moments. I was afraid. When I told the boy responsible, he told me to get rid of it. He said we were too young. He said we couldn't raise a child. He said having a baby would destroy our lives. Maybe he was scared too, I can't say. I was scared that I won't survive if I tried to get rid of it. My mother started suspecting something was wrong because I started being sick and looking pale. One day she held me by my wrist and told me to tell her what is going on with me, the spitting and loss of appetite. She screamed so loud that I didn't know when I confessed that I was pregnant. She bounced on me, beat me red and black. I ran out of the house. When my dad came back from work, she told him. I was preparing for another beating when he told my brothers to go and look for me. They found me and dragged me home. My father said something I never believed he would. You made a mistake, but you're not a mistake. My mother was red and started shouting at my father. He said again, the whole family would face the consequences together because we failed you. I broke down in tears. When my son was born, my life became a strange mixture of motherhood and childhood. I was learning how to care for a baby while still learning how to be a teenager. My mother refused to help. My siblings helped me. My dad did what he could. One Monday night, my mom came into my room and hugged me and took the baby to her room. From that day, she took over the nursing of her grandson. When I became strong, I went back to school. There were days I felt different from everyone else. While other girls were worrying about exams and parties, I was worrying about my son. I didn't do well in that time. My dad called me and told me to concentrate and make something good out of my life. Sometimes I wondered whether my life had been ruined before it had even started. But my family kept reminding me this chapter, but my family kept reminding me this is a chapter, it is not the whole book. So I studied, I worked hard, I made mistakes, I kept going. Years passed, I graduated from the university, relocated to Abuja. I built a career. I became financially independent. And then I met a man who didn't see my son as baggage or my past as something shameful. He loved us both. Today, I am married to a supportive man. I have a career. I have a career I am proud of. And my son is growing up knowing that his mother did not give up on herself. Sometimes I think about that frightened 16-year-old girl sitting on her bed with a pregnancy test in her hand. I wish I could go back and hug her. I would tell her, your life is not over. It is going to be different from what you imagined, but different does not mean ruined. I wish my dad is alive today to see his little girl doing well and happily married. May her father's soul continue to rest in peace. He was a great father to her because I could imagine what her story, what her life would have been if the father sent her out of the home or probably forced her into marriage at that age. What do you think would have been of her? What do you think her life would have become? Yes, she made a terrible mistake. Yes, she made a terrible mistake as a child. But did you see the outcome? How the family handled it? Did you see how her family helped her rebuild her life? Did you see the support? I'm not justifying early pregnancy. No, that is a no. A no, no. But I just love her family for her. Because some home, that would have been the end of that lady going to school. Like that would have that's unwanted pregnancy at that age would have been her permanent definition. She would have been forced into marriage at that age and then probably giving birth to more children. But did you see how her father stepped in? Did you see the love, the understanding, the empathy in that family? Even the mom too for coming around at some point because I know she must be hurt as a mom, you know. That hurt, that betrayal from the child, and everything must have made her react the way she did, which is very, very understandable. But coming around and helping the child go back to school, helping her live her childhood, her early adulthood, and get her life straight, God will also bless the mother. God will bless her for stepping in, for taking charge, and for letting the child know that one pregnancy should not be the final definition of her life. I'm happy this young lady turned out well. I'm happy she turned out good. I'm happy life is sweet for her again. And I'm glad she got a man, a husband, who sees that child as a human being, as a child, and not a mistake, who is not using her past to judge her. May life be good to him as well. I know there are so many women out there who can relate to this story, who will wish that they probably had an understanding father or a mother who had a change of hearts before it became too late for them, who supported them so they could go back to school, so they could learn, so that they could go learn a skill, so that they could go figure out life. But they didn't have that kind of understanding from their parents. They didn't get that level of support, and probably they ended up in an unplanned marriage, and that is their first introduction to frustration, to hardship, to probably emotional abuse, physical abuse, and whatnot that could go on when a woman didn't get her life right. But for this lady and her family, I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for the way things turned out for her. And for every girl child out there, please listen. Stay away from unwanted sex. There is no benefit, there is no profit in it for you. Stay away from premature sex. Stay away from unwanted pregnancy. See, have being getting pregnant can ruin your life. Your story might not be the same with this lady's own. Don't get it twisted. Your parents might not support it the way her parents did. Do not Boys are not to be and their their private part is not for you, it's not a toy for you to play with. So is your private part not a toy for them to play with. Keep yourself for yourself. Keep yourself for your future. Concentrate on your education. Concentrate on your career. Read your books. Figure out life. Life is sweet and will be sweeter when you figure it out. When you set a plan and you follow it to the end. Stay away from early relationship. Make friends. Explore life. Be disciplined. Set your boundaries early on, but stay away from sex. It has nothing good to offer you. Think of your health. Think of pregnancy that might stop your future. Think of the responsibilities that will come from an early and unplanned marriage. And focus on your career. Focus on your education. Stay away from relationship that will not profit you in any way. Concentrate on your books. Make your mother your best friend. As a girl child growing up, there is nothing you should not tell your mother. And mothers befriend your daughters. So that when someone out there is taking an unfair advantage again on them, they'll be able to open up and talk to you. When you notice that your child is becoming withdrawn or distracted, you'll be able to have that intimate conversation with them, and they will open up and tell you what is happening outside there. Make your child, your daughter, your son, your best friend so that they can open up and tell you when something is not going well in their lives. Unwanted pregnancy have destroyed so many women. It is your duty as a mother, as a father, to make your kids your best friend. That way, opening up and telling you things will be easier. You know how easy it is to talk to your friend. That is how easy it will be for your child to open up and talk to you. I hope we listen. I hope we'll do better by our daughters. And above, I hope we look beyond mistakes and look into the future and know that one mistake should not define an entire life. One mistake should not be the definition that will carry on forever. Learn to rebuild, learn to replan, learn to re-strategize, learn to be flexible in life. And for you young ladies out there, this is somebody's real life experience. Do not play with your future. Do not play with your body. Say no and stand by your no. When even no matter how they will threaten you with silence, speak up. And above all, keep your body for yourself. Keep your body for yourself. To everyone who is listening to me, take this from an experienced mind. Make your child your best friend. That way, they will be able to open up and talk to you. That way, telling you things will not be difficult for them. And to every parent out there, may God give us the grace, the wisdom, the understanding, and everything we need to mold our kids into becoming great men and women. Thank you.